everyone, this is Jessica, the Sweetwater Stitcher, and I'm here today with Flosstube number 10. Today is Thursday, May 5th, and I have a lot to show you today. Whips, talk about what I've gotten done so far with Mania, and a couple finishes, some haul, and I have a few giveaways at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I want to say thank you so much to my returning subscribers, to the new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all the comments from last week. We had a lot of comments. I know everybody loved the bee bag so much, so I appreciate that, and I'm excited to announce the winner for the bee bag at the end of the Flosstube as well, because I know that you will love the bag as much as I love my bags from Michelle. I wanted to also just show a couple thank you notes that I had gotten. One of them I got a little while ago and I forgot to show it, but I really appreciate. This is one of them from a viewer who had won a giveaway, and I really appreciate the kind words. And this was another one, and I believe this is handmade. And I haven't asked any of them if I can share their names, so I don't want to share that. But I just wanted to show the beautiful cards that I received, and I really appreciate that again. And then this was the other one. This is, I don't want to show my address, but this is the envelope. Isn't that so pretty? So I really appreciate the notes and the thank yous. It's completely unnecessary, but I do appreciate it. And it's my pleasure to be able to offer giveaways to you guys throughout for supporting me and my channel. So thank you so much. I also want two more things just to say an early happy Mother's Day, so I don't forget to say it at the end. That's coming up this weekend. And on Saturday, and this is my Mother's Day present, is to be able to go by myself to Brick City Cross Stitch to the store, and they're having an event called Stitching with the Flossies on Saturday, and I am gonna go by myself to stitch with other people and get to talk to other stitchers, which I've never done before. So I'm very, very excited. And to be in the car for an hour and a half by myself, I'm very excited if you can't tell. So my kids will be looked after here, and then I will get to have a little bit of a Mother's Day relaxation, stitching and talking to other stitchers. So I'm really, really excited about that. And that is with Brick City Cross Stitch in Ocala, Florida. So that's what my plans are. And then on Sunday for Mother's Day, I'll get to hang out with my kids and my parents. And we'll probably do, or we are going to grill out and swim in the pool because it's nice outside here in Florida. So let's go ahead and get to I keep looking down at my notes to make sure. I always get off of here and then I remember things I wanted to say. So I tried to put more details in my notes today than normal so I don't forget anything. But I have a couple FFOs. A few of them I showed pictures on Instagram, and I do have blog posts. The first one was Hello Summer by Primrose Cottage, and I finished that on a fence backer from 141 Design Company, and I gifted that to my son's teacher today. This is my second one. This is Honeybees and Flowers, Please. And this is, the pattern is by Stitching with the Housewives. I stitched it on 14 count mist from Hobby Lobby with the called for colors. And then I have, this frame is from Hobby Lobby, and I noted the number on my website blog, so you can go and check that out if you're interested. And then this is the black stitching stripes. And I have two bows, and then I made this paper flower. And a few different people were asking about the paper flower on here. And then also I made a little house from Michael's, and I put scrapbook paper on it and some paper flowers, and they were asking how I did that. So I'm going to add that to my tutorial list and try to do a tutorial on how I did it. I don't know if you're going to be able to find those houses anymore because they are in a seasonal section at Michael's. I'll try to work on getting that tutorial done soon. So if you're interested, otherwise it would look cute on any type of wooden cutout house. Either you could cut it out, or if you bought another type of house from somewhere. I was just looking around for wooden houses, and that's what I happened to find. But that was for my kids' teachers on Bring Flowers to Your Teacher for teacher appreciation. And then this is part of my hashtag FFO Mania, which Michelle from Penny's Daughter Shares on Instagram and YouTube is who came up with that hashtag and is hosting it. And this was my Queen Bee Flower Farm stitch, and I made it into a long pillow. And I just was winging it on how I did my fabric. I did add more fabric to start with, and then I cut it down to what I felt like. I added the rickrack, and I stitched the rickrack first to my stitching piece, and then when I sandwiched the stitching and the fabric, I flipped it over to this side so it's like tucked in, if you can see. And then on the back, I just put a piece of wool. I put some more of the fabric from the front, and then I will put some type of a bee button. I just haven't found something that I am in love with, so I just left it like that for now, and it'll sit in my dough bowl. And I did bring one of my dough bowls up here today. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is from, and I'll show you the number. This is from Hobby Lobby in the fall section. And I am thinking that they'll have them again this year. I have a couple other in my haul that are in the spring section, but this is just a natural wood. You can get them at Hobby Lobby. They have other ones out right now. You can get them at an antique store. And then you just set your finishes in there along with some beads or whatever else. Sometimes I'll put that shredded paper in the bottom, and that seems to fill it up and give it a little bit of a contrast. So that was all of my fully finished items. And let me think. The Hello Summer was also a finish, and the other ones I had finished last week. But all of those things that I just showed you, I have posts on my blog about with the colors and then a little bit more information on my finishing. So if you're interested, it's on sweetwaterstitcher.com. And if you scroll down, it shows you, it gives you the choice to find the blog, and it has all of the information on there. And another thing I wanted to note is if I either say I'm going to share something and I forget, please feel free to message me or put a comment, and I'll be happy to go back and do it. I'm trying my best to go by my notes to put the links at the bottom and then remember to share it, but sometimes it just gets lost in all of the other things. So if there's something missing that you wanted that I didn't put in either the description or on my website or blog, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to get it for you. I just wanted to put that out there. Oh, and then going backwards, I also have a couple previous finishes. This is Bloom What's in Your Cup from Stitching with the Housewives, and this is either from last year or the year before. And I'm not sure on the color fabric. It was something I dyed myself. But this is a chalkboard from, I'm pretty sure it's from Michael's, and I just glued these on. You can magnetize it to there, but I have some dot fabric, and then I think this check is actually from Hobby Lobby. A little rickrack on the top and bottom, and then a bow at the bottom, and I think, yeah, the bow is actually magnetized. So you could put it here, you could essentially put it up at the top. So that's also fun, is sometimes if you do want to glue your piece to your finishing, magnetize the bow, and then when you pull it out next year, you can always change where your bow is just to give it a little bit of something different. So that's a previous finish. And then one more previous finish is Happiness is Homemade. And I can't remember if this was free or if it was I think it was a low price pattern last year from Fat Quarter Shop for National Cross Stitch Day. And I stitched mine on that same tan with the white dot fabric flare that I'm stitching some of my stitch cards on. And I chose my own colors. I am unsure. I know this is DMC 310. This is probably Licorice Red. The green, I think it's Little Sprout. And then the white is Bamboo from Classic Colorworks. And then I finished it on a house. And this is, I don't know where it's from, but here is the number if you're interested. I think it's from Hobby Lobby. And then I just have my bows at the top. And this and the bloom, What's in My Cup, they're both sitting on my front entry table right now. That's kind of a home theme. And then my other decorations right now are bees. And I will switch, let me see, where do I want to put this back? I will switch my decorations probably the end of May, beginning of June to some patriotic. And then I'll have a little bit of bees still, along with some strawberry things that are coming out that I do want to stitch to have a little bit more strawberry displays and kind of summertime look. So I'm in like a transition period right now. I ended up having a lot more bee things than I thought. So I went ahead and put the bee decorations out. And I was anxious to put some of my bee stitching out as well. All right, so let's get to the whips for today. I have a couple whips that are not part of my mania that I worked on prior to May, but I'm also making sure to keep them going during May. And then also, you might have noticed, I do have my plan for May, which is hashtag Fill the Bowl Mania, but I also added the hashtag Sweetwater Mania. And I did that also because I was planning on having a few surprise starts that are larger projects that I just, as they come, I wanted to start. And I thought this was really interesting because something I was thinking was, it's my stitching, it's my mania. I can add stuff if I want. And also, her name is XStitchMD or XStitcherMD on Instagram. And she started something today and she said, it's a new start. Why not? It's May. So I thought that was really fitting for some of my surprise starts that have either I've seen someone else stitching or I just wanted to stitch something bigger than my smalls. So I'm just adding a few extra things in the mix to get started while I'm stitching. So that's what is going on for my month of May so far. We're only on day 5 and I have lots of things. So my first, and this was part of my original plan, was the Summer Home Sal, and it's hashtag Summer Home Sal with Fat Quarter Shop. And I did list my colors on my website blog. But one thing I did, and I posted about this, is I was planning to use the Blacksmith Blue on the border, but I originally wanted to do this inside border in white. And when I laid the white on the fabric, it looked good and you could see it. But when I got 2 strands out to stitch, you really couldn't see it. So, and that was bamboo. And I even went and I have some Snowball and I tried that, which is brighter, and it still wasn't bright enough. So what I ended up doing is I got some River Rocks from Classic Colorworks, and that's what I ended up stitching my border in. And again, this is Feed Sack 14 count. So I really do like how it's turning out. And again, I don't know what it looks like, but from the Floss Buddies and from the name Summer Home, I'm assuming there's a house. And I was planning to do it in white. So I was able to pick up, this is called Old Blue Paint from Gentle Arts, And that's what I'm gonna stitch if there's a house, which I'm thinking there is, I'm gonna stitch my house in that instead of the white, because I just don't feel like the white shows up enough if I'm stitching a house. So I am changing to that color. The next release will come out tomorrow, so we'll see what that brings, but I'm really excited and I'm enjoying it. And I have the bag that goes along with it, which I love these mesh bags from Fat Quarter Shop. So I hope you are either joining me or you will join me. And some of you, a few people, they commented that they were waiting till the end to see what it all looks like and then they decide, which is a great idea as well. Because sometimes you don't want to get into a stitch and just have it sit there. So, and that's something else I'm trying to work on this year, is being more intentional about what I pick. Do I love it and I know I want to finish it, even if it takes a long time? Do I know I want to finish it? Or do I just like how it looks, but it's not really going to fit in my house? Because I'm trying to not have a lot of extra whips that are sitting there that I'm not getting to, because I already have a lot of whips. So my next stitch, and this was inspired by Rachel at Treehouse Fiber Arts, and she has a floss tube called Floss Toss with Sue from Legacy Fiber Arts, and I'm sure that many of you watch them, but she was stitching this. It's called Songbirds in a Tree by Vivsters, Vivian Powers, and I thought it was so cute. So I went on to Etsy, which is where you can purchase it, bought it, and I already had all of the stuff to, all the floss. So I went ahead and got started as an extra project for one of my days, and this is where I got. It is a rather large piece. So what I have decided is that I'm going to take off these branches and these branches. So this bird that I started with, that will be the top of my piece, and I'll just get rid of this one and this one. So it'll be the birds, and then I'll see what this ends up looking like down here. But I think it's so cute, and I love the bright colors. That was what was drawing me to it. So that was an addition to my mania, but I love it so much. And I'm excited to get back to that. And then this was something I worked on before May started, but after last video, is I did get back to my season 2 May, and I put in a little bit more of the rest of the flowers and part of this bee skep. So I want to go ahead and get that finished so I can mount that and put it in my cubby from Paisley and Polka Dot, which she's working to also create some inserts to go in there specifically for this piece, because many of you guys bought it, and people from the Hands-On Design Facebook group also bought it. So I will have that for you next week, and I'm going to try to get this done to show it to you in the cubby. But I'm really excited about that. And then my next, this was another surprise whip. This is, and let me find the cover page for this. This is called Things Unseen Mystery Sampler by Lizzie Kate. And I bought this on 123 Stitch. And you do have to buy all 3 parts. And this is what it looks like. And I bought this because I saw Mrs. Jones Stitches, Holly, working on it. And I thought it was so pretty. She's stitching hers on charcoal. And I chose to stitch mine on Vintage Smoky White. And this is what I have done so far. This is part of the petal, or one of the flowers, and then some of the leaves. So pretty. And this is on 28 count. And I am picking my own colors. So I will, after my debacle with the last time I put the colors, when I changed them completely, and I had to change them. I'm gonna wait and post these colors when I'm finished. So if you are interested in some of the ones I'm using, I'm more than happy to share them, but I don't wanna make a post about it until I'm completely done. But I can share with you what I have started with, but I don't wanna, again, post all the ones I'm using for sure until I'm done, because I might change my mind again. And I only changed my mind because when I went to stitch it, it wasn't looking good. So I want to make sure that it looks good. And then this was my plan for this week for my hashtag Fill the Bowl Mania, was to work on charts from here, which I started one, and I started Threads of Time Pin Cushion, which is so cute. And I am stitching this on mini dot raw linen 28 count, and this is DMC 347, and the green is, oh, where is it? It's a color in cotton, and it is olive brown, and I think it looks really good. And then I'm using 12 grain for the white, and the brown, I am going to use 611, which is what it's called for. And I haven't decided for this. I'm either going to finish it into a little pillow, or I thought about using the tutorial that Heather from Crafty Cottage Stitches posted. She made a needle book following a tutorial. So I'm either going to create a needle book and put this on the front, or turn it into a pillow, but I haven't decided that yet. So I need to get back to finishing that. And I wanted to work on a couple other ones from in there as well. And then my last whip is, or actually, I'm sorry, I have two whips. The first one was, and I started this because I went to my local needlework shop to look for the floss for summer home, and then I found some new fabric, so then I had to start a new project on the fabric. So I found this fabric, which is called, it's white linen with light blue dots, and I thought it was so cute. So I started this. This is red, white, and blue Dapper Doodad. This is from last year, and I started it on here. And for the white bowl, I am using Freedom by Gentle Arts. And for the red, I am using Schoolhouse by Gentle Arts. So I'm loving how that's going. And it's a small, so it fit with Fill the Bowl Mania, even though next week is my patriotic week. I really wanted to start it because I wanted to use that fabric. So, and then this is my other whip that is patriotic as well. And it's in a new style case from Christine Sherman with her new Instagram is called Winding Rainbows, and it's her and her two daughters, and I will link them below for sure. This is a new style case, and she sent it to me to try out. It has a large, this whole side has the felt to use as a thread catcher. It has one zip pocket, and then it has the two inside pockets. And it's the perfect size, and I have it inside of my other bag because my project is using all the same floss. So this is a great bag. She did say in her next sale, which is on May 11th, she will have some spring cases, and then the sale after that is when she'll have the patriotic cases. And I believe she'll have this one and the Ashley case, which is the case that she created with the bee theme. Her daughter Ashley is who designed the case. But I got this in the mail, and then it was Wednesday, and the new Housewives tier tray tidbit came out, which is called USA Sam. And I thought, what a perfect place to put my project. So I am stitching this on 28 count navy linen. Called for colors, except for I am using, for the red, I'm using the Gentle Art Schoolhouse Red just so that they go together, which that color is very close. I'll show you. It's very close to Ribbon Red, which is what it calls for. This is Schoolhouse Red, and it looks to me almost identical to Ribbon Red by Classic Colorworks. So it's not really that much of a difference, but I am going to use the rest of the called for colors, and I'm really excited. I'm gonna do all the tier tray tidbits on the navy, and then the Dapper Doodads from last year, the patriotic, I'm gonna do them on that white fabric and then mix them together. And I'm sure that they'll have more Dapper Doodads this year that are patriotic as well. And I'll kind of mix between the navy and the white with the dots. And I think the navy is gonna look really good with the patriotic instead of using the black. So that is all of my whips. I do have, this is going to be at the Stitching with the Flossies luncheon retreat day for Saturday. I'm going to bring this to start. And this was inspired by Liz from Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. She stitched Scissor Sampler by Tell an Emblem. And I love everything about this. I love the colors. I love that it's sewing related. It's just so pretty. And it's funny because it's nothing that it's like nothing I've ever stitched before. But I just love the colors. And seeing hers finished, I just had to get it. So I got this. I got 28 count vintage smoky white. And then I'm using all the called for colors, which is DMC and Weeks Dye Works. And then, like I said last week, my special bag needed a special project. So I'm going to be using my Project Keeper from Tiger Lily Designs. For that, this is for my start on Saturday, which is my Mother's Day start. Scissor Sampler by Tell an Emblem, and I'm really excited about this. And I will be sure to show progress on that. And a few people who have done this project have said once they got started, they couldn't put it down. So we'll see what happens when I get it started. I could have it finished next week. Probably not, but I hope to have a lot done. So that's all of my whips. That's my plan. And then I also am gonna keep working on the 4th of July stitching. On Friday, we'll see what the Dapper Doodads are with Stitching with the Housewives. And I'll probably add those in with my other plans for Mania that I already have kitted up. And then I'm sure that I will have some other surprise starts, probably some bigger projects. I am going to go to Brick City on Saturday, and I might pick up a few projects. I don't know if they're things I'll want to start, but, and I think I mentioned this before on here, and I forget who said it, but they had said you can't ever finish a project if you don't start it. So that's why I'm having no problem starting projects this month, but we'll see how much I get done. And so let me go ahead and go through haul. My first piece is I was able to, and of course they were in order and now they're not. I was able to get all of the 3 Little Words patterns by Lizzie Kate. Since I started Things Unseen, I wanted to do another project by Lizzie Kate using the same and similar colors to have out all the time for them to go together. So I thought this was really cute. This is what the whole thing stitched together will look like. And I am gonna stitch it all together. It's similar to the Halloween rules and the Christmas rules where it comes in individual charts. So this whole piece is in this chart, and then this whole piece is in this chart. So there are 7 charts that make that up. And I am going to stitch it on 32 count charcoal linen, which I really like this color. I do not know when I'm going to start that, but this was part of my haul, and I do want to get that at least started and maybe work on like a little portion, put it down a little portion. So we'll see when that ends up getting started. And then this is something I picked up when I was at Joann's. I am interested in starting some embroidery. I've never done embroidery before. I did get, which I don't know where the book is, that embroidery book that Jeanette showed on Crafty Cottage, and when I posted about it, a lot of people said that they bought it. So I did buy that. And then there's some embroidery in there I want to do. And then I picked this up at Joann's. It has everything in it, and it's stamped already. So I figured this might be a good starting piece. And then also when I was watching Floss Toss, Rachel from Treehouse Fiber Arts, that's her store at her website, and she has a lot of embroidery patterns, and Sue, who's on there with her, she did some really, really cute. They're white fabric with blue sea, like kind of whimsical sea, ocean things. They're so cute. So I did not buy them. I'm resisting. However, I feel like they might be in my future. We'll see. But they're really, really cute. So if you are into embroidery and if you have kids or grandkids, they're so cute. So go check out Treehouse Fiber Arts, and she has some cute embroidery. And then these are from Saltbox Needleworks. They're 2 Blackbirds design patterns, and I'm trying, hope for no glare. This is called Merry Christmas, and I got this to add to my pile for Jolly July. Like I said before, I don't actually have what my plans are going to be. I know I'm going to stitch Christmas, so I just was looking for some Christmas things. And I think I stumbled upon this because I was looking for a different Blackbird pattern, but I couldn't find it. And then this is, let's see, Loose Feathers, Abacadarian Series 2. And I really liked these colors. I might brighten them up a little bit. And again, I have no clue when I'm going to stitch this, but I thought it was fun. And I'm interested in stitching more all the time patterns. So I'm kind of trying to look for some of those where I could keep the stitching out all the time, maybe in my front area, my front room, having things in that room that are everyday pieces, and then in other rooms doing the seasonal decor. So I've been just like on the hunt for more generic, I guess you would call them, type of patterns opposed to seasonal patterns. So you might see some of those coming up, and that's why. And then I ordered these from 123 Stitch because I was trying to find a navy fabric that I liked. So this is, and let me get a piece of white paper to show you these on. This one is navy 28 count linen. And this is navy 28 count Lugana. And I don't know if you can tell the difference, but this linen is darker. They're both navy blue. So I thought that was interesting, but I ordered both of them so I could compare them. And the navy blue Lugana is closer to the navy blue Ada that I have. So I thought that was interesting, the colors. But I think they mix well together, so I might use the Lugana for some other patriotic stitching as well. And then this I bought when I was watching this new YouTube channel, or new to me YouTube channel, called We Are in Stitches. I believe that's what their YouTube is called. Tammy and Debbie. And this is a, what is it called? Applique, wool applique. It is called the Dazzling Pin Cushion. And they had this pattern, and I thought it was so cute. I don't have the slightest clue of how to make it, but I figured it would be something new to try. So I ordered it from them. So cute. And like I said, I've never done wool applique, but I am interested to try. So it could be a great win. It could not be. So, and somebody else, I forget, one of my viewers, they said they always try things once. If it goes well, they do it again. If it doesn't go well, they don't do it again. And that is my philosophy also. I'll try it once, but if I don't like it, I probably won't do it again. So, and then this was from Fat Quarter Shop. This was my Little House Needleworks Fall on the Farm. Let's see, which number is it? Number 5. And I need to get back to this. I still have not. And then my scissor sampler was from Cross Stitch Express on Etsy. And then from Stacy Stitches, and she also has a YouTube channel. She is going to be at the Stitching with the Flossies. And then she recently opened a online shop. She was having a sale on her patriotic patterns. So I went and picked this up. This is called Festive Fobs by Heartstring Sampleries, and it was on sale. I think her sale is over, but I'm not sure. But I'll list her shop below. And then I have been wanting this pattern, and I hadn't bought it yet. This is from Market. This is from Carriage House Sampling's Orange Tree Sampler. And I live in Florida, and that's what was drawing me to the orange tree. But I thought this was really pretty. And I'm not even an orange, like big into orange, but I just thought it was really pretty. And I am going to stitch this, but I'm going to leave the cat off because I'm not a cat person. But the cat is cute. But I just am not a cat person, so I'm going to take that off. But I love everything about this. And I did order the NPI silk that goes with this, and I have only used it a few times, but I thought this would be a good piece to do it on, just because it is something I would leave out all the time. So, and that, again, both of those are from Stacy Stitch's Creative Studio, and I'll link her below. And then I had these last week, and I forgot to show them, but I found these at Hobby Lobby, and I posted them in my Facebook group. They're dough bowls, and this is the small one. They have a flat bottom. So, and I found these through Michelle, made by Michelle McGraw, and I hadn't even seen these at Hobby Lobby, which is very surprising. But she had the suggestion, which I might do this in this small one, putting a finish inside of this dough bowl because it's flat. So I might put either the Tiny Town in here, or I think I'm going to stitch the Star Spangle Street from Primrose, and I might put it in here. Or this is the larger bowl also. If they're the same thing, but I'll put them, you can see the difference in the size. One of them goes inside of the other, basically. And this is the number on the back if you're interested. So I really like those, and I want to put those out. I just had left them upstairs so that I could share them with you guys. But those are some good dough bowls for right now. And they have some other styles. I was trying to find them to link them on my blog post, but they didn't really have a lot showing up online. So you might have to go to the store. But I also had mentioned my other one was from the fall section, and they're already putting out fall at Hobby Lobby. So even though we're not even in summer yet. But I'm sure those other ones will come back if you're looking and you want to get it from Hobby Lobby or at a antique store, they'll have them. So let me just make sure. Sale. I think that's all. And one thing I did realize when I was picking the winners for my giveaway, I never linked the Southern Stitcher Co. Memorial Day Floss Pack. So I will be sure to link that below today in case anyone's interested. It was 10 classic Colorworks colors, all patriotic, from Southern Stitchers Co. So I will link that below for sure. And then also I saw this morning, Michelle, who made the bee bag, she just posted bags this morning, strawberry bags, and I haven't gone over to the shop yet to see what else, but there's some new bags posted, if they're not all gone yet, on her, and she's at Michelle Lee Quilts on Etsy, and I'll link her shop below also. But I think that's all I have for this week. Again, next week I am planning to work on patriotic smalls for my hashtag Fill the Bowl Mania with Carrie from Tiger Lily, and she has had her videos every day coming out, and she's sharing new to others designers on Etsy. You can download the PDF pattern that day if you're interested in what she's stitching. This week she's working on spring. Next week I believe she has summer patriotic. So that next week coincides with, I'm pretty sure that that's what her next week is. So go check her out, Tiger Lily Designs on YouTube. She also has an Instagram, and you can watch her videos every day, and they're fun, they're short, and she's just a fun person to watch. So I wanted to remind you of that, and oh, sorry for knocking the camera. Just looking around before I do the giveaways that I didn't forget anything. I think that's all. So I'll go ahead and announce the giveaways from last week, and then I have some giveaways for this week too. So the first giveaway from last week, and oh, reminder first, if you are a winner, I'll have my email address below, sweetwaterstitcher@gmail.com. Contact me via email with your name, what you won, and your mailing address so that I can get that in the mail to you. The sooner you get it to me, the sooner I'll get it out in the mail. I'm trying really hard to be on top of it so I don't have anything left over from the previous week. So make sure to reach out to me, and good luck to everyone. So number one, and this was the floss pack from Southern Stitchers Co. Bethany K is the winner. So Bethany, let me know your address, and I'm going to pass that along to Whitley. And she said about middle of May, that's when she'll have the floss packs out to send to you. So we will make sure that that gets to you. Number two was Let Love Grow, and the winner is Bonnie Mitchell. Congratulations. Number three was the 3 9-patch charts from Primrose Cottage Stitches, and the winner is Amy Montoya. Congratulations. And the winner of the coveted bee bag was Maureen Maureen N. So please send me your address, and I will get these in the mail to you. And for this week, I have some more giveaways. They're Primrose Cottage patterns and a couple extra goodies in there. Again, reminder, you have to be over 18, have a U.S. address, comment on using the numbers that I list for each, like the video, be a subscriber, and then my question for this week I want you to answer is, are there any other crafts that you do? So for my answer, and I realized I never answered the last question either, for crafts that I do, I first started quilting, and from quilting as how I got into cross stitch. I also do vinyl cutouts with a silhouette machine. I just started doing the paper flowers. I also, there was something else I was gonna say. I painted a long time ago, painting, drawing. I did a little bit of scrapbooking, but I was never big into scrapbooking, mainly the vinyl, because I would put monograms on things. I do make project bags sometimes. So what crafts are you interested in doing besides cross stitch? So either things you already do or things that you're interested in doing. So that is the question for this week. And also I did enjoy reading about everyone's summer plans, and somebody wrote, that and I was talking about either your stitching summer plans or your other summer plans, and they said they immediately thought of what they were going to be stitching for the summer, not about the activities they would do. I thought that was funny because I feel like that's where my head would go as well. So thank you guys for answering the question last week. And again, I read all the comments and I enjoy hearing about all the stuff you guys are doing. So for this week, number 1 is ABC. It's the chart, and this is from Primrose Cottage. And then I also have a couple of the floss. This is not all of them, it's most of them. There's a couple that are missing. But so this is for number 1. Number 2 is Be Nice by Primrose, and it's thanks to Primrose for sending this to me to give away. And I have the same floss for this. Number 3 is Summertime by Primrose Cottage. And this is a stitch along that they're doing right now in the month of May. And they have it broken up into little parts. And then I also have this little needle book from Moda. It's a cute little needle book. This together, that's number 3. And number 4, and this is part of my patriotic plans, which I will be doing patriotic in June, is Star Spangled Street by Primrose Cottage, and then another little needle book to go with that as well. So that's number 4. So again, use the numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4. Comment, like, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. Again, happy Mother's Day, and I will be back next week with a video. My other May plans are I am going to be getting to the some tutorials. The bow tutorial is first. Hopefully I'm going to do it either the end of this week or next week, and I will have it posted next week. I wanted to get to it last week, but I had lost my voice after the last video. I don't know what happened. I had every intention of doing the video, but I didn't think anyone wanted to hear me with my scratchy voice. So I waited, but I am going to get to that. And during the month of May, I'm going to try to film some more of the tutorials that we were talking about and get those out to you guys as part of my finishing school with Sweetwater Stitcher. So I hope you guys have a great week, a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day again. I feel like you can't be told enough. Happy Mother's Day, and thank you to all the moms out there. Have lots of stitching time. Hope you are pampered, and have a great week. I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.